Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a lot to show today. It's an update on early summer at Fruitopia. As you can see, the first summer lilies have appeared right here in the banana circle. And there's a lot more to come. The coffee plant here has come back with new shoots. That gets bushy around the end of autumn. The little what's come to be now nursery here with the tropicals are looking pretty happy with the warmer weather. I still have a lot of work to do with these guys here and there. The Kohala longan looks like it's gonna give us fruit this summer. This is the oldest one of three, right? The rose apple, which I planted back in October, it's got a lot of new growth, so happy to see that. This seems to do just fine here, in ground. Very pretty. I'm going to be cutting off the lower branches though, because I want it to be more of a tree than a bush. The Pinkerton avocado has come back from its funk, but it's still early days. I have to wait till at least the end of autumn to see if it is going to stay here in the ground or be put in a pot like the lamb has was. But so far so good. The good thing is it didn't set any fruit this summer as it did last summer, and it went into its funk. So I think that's it's better off not fruiting and surviving instead. The cherry moya here, the main one I have, I've just about pulled off everything off it. We ended up putting all the fruit into a smoothie. There's a couple of little ones left there, but all the big ones are gone now. We ate them. A 7 out of 10 in sweetness. It seems like it was a major improvement from previous years. I have high hopes for the future. I'll be dealing with this a little differently next year. There's the two yellow jabuticabas that I put in the ground again in October. They seem to be happy there. And a new persimmon that I put in last year, that's happy. And the Tahiti black sapote and the new mulberry I put in the ground too a couple of months ago. It's been shockingly cold the first couple of weeks of summer here in Melbourne, struggling with temperatures of only 16 to 18, and it looks like now, coming up to Christmas, we're going to be finally experiencing summer, mid to high 20s. Currently 20, looks like 21 at 9 o'clock in the morning. But even though it's been a much cooler beginning to summer than I can ever remember, guys, we still have all the goodies coming. Bananas and passion fruit, even on this one here, which is Well, more of an experimental one on a wire. I've got the main one in the front yard. So, and another banana there, another rack. Bananas everywhere. And there's the yellow jubbos down there too. Again, and the lemon tree, the orange. Lots and lots of stuff going on. And here we have the Fuerte avocado, which doesn't seem to be fruiting again this year. There's a couple of fruitlets, but I don't know if they're going to hang on. I don't know why it's not setting fruit. It's the one that's in the shade the most. Very shaded by the ice cream bean up there behind it. Still waiting for the carambola to wake up. That usually happens from December to January. So again, it's got to do with temperature. These guys need heat. As you can see there, it sort of wants to get going, but it's not going to go anywhere with temperatures of mid to high teens. That's just not enough for the star fruit tree to say, okay, I'm back. Not happening. So it's waiting for decent weather before it fully returns. The pluots are over. We ate them all in the front yard, and now we're going to be dealing with these plums. At the end of January, they're starting to come. These are more mid to late season plums, but the birds get most of these. I can't net this tree, it's too big. It's over 4 meters. So I give them away, just like the cherries. The cherries are come and gone too. We didn't get any of those because I didn't net the trees. It's just too much work for me. I just admire the cherries, the actual trees themselves rather than the fruit. The lead jujube is taken off. I had to stake it on 4 sides, can you believe it? Because it's very, very lanky, right? And with the wind, it was swinging from side to side. So that's the Lee jujube, and behind it back there is the Wurtz avocado, which is just about completed its switch from winter to summer mode, getting all its new leaves. The sandpaper fig is also bushed out at the top here. That's been in the ground now for about 3 months. I want it to be a canopy tree. I'm not sure if that will be so. The lamb has, which almost failed on me a couple of years ago, is doing well, coming back again with no fruit, which is good. We want these guys to recover. Currently in a big pot. Don't know where I'm gonna put him, but he can't stay in the pot forever. But I want him to fully recover first before we think about where he's gonna go. A large leaf jabuticaba, doing great in its new location, and a few other jubbos there, and a mix of plants from dailies. This is the Nangapire. That's doing pretty good. And this is the Malabar chestnut. It's got new leaves, dropped all its old leaves. And here we have the Yim Pei Wampy, still in the pot. I'll be putting that in the ground when I find some free space. couple of new pawpaws, which I got from Dailies last year. They're doing okay. A new mangosteen. Not mangosteen. Mamey sapote, sorry. Dropping its old leaves and getting new ones. The new Ilama, which some of you guys said is not an Ilama at all. It's a Bollock's heart. Well, we'll find out about that when it gets bigger. It's getting new growth. This is the No Mai Chi Lychee, getting new growth. These are very fussy. When I put them in the sun, the leaves freak out. When I put it in the shade, it seems to do a lot better. You would think that longan, did I say lychee? I meant lychee, sorry, not longan. You'd think lychee would like full sun, but at this age, when they're this small, they don't like full sun. It's really weird how they're fussy in winter with wet feet and fussy in summer with direct sun. I mean, some of these tropicals are much fussy, 100 times fussier than a cherry tree or an apple tree. You wouldn't think that, but that's my experience. Yeah, guys, I haven't had such nasty experiences as I have with any other trees as I have with tropicals. Some tropicals, not all of them. Some of them are well behaved, like cherry moya here. They're pretty tough. But longan, lychee, sapodia especially, oh my god. This is the it's got many names. Jamun, Jambulan, Java, plum. It's doing really good. It's bushing out now, getting new growth all over, right? So even with a colder than usual summer or wet and nasty spring, most of these trees are just fine. Most of them. Here's the other longan I have, the other kohala. That's trying to wake up as well, but again, everyone's waiting for heat. See the new growth in there? It's there, but it's just not pushing hard because of our low temperatures. And here with the jabuticaba, a mystery fruit just appeared out of nowhere. Out of the hundreds of flowers we had on this guy since October, only one fruit set, only one. There it is there. One jabuticaba. Hello, what's that all about? Yeah, so I best take it before the birds do. Crazy. Huh? Try to explain what's going on with that. There were hundreds of flowers here in October. These are all the ice cream bean seedlings that I've grown from seed. They're doing really well. The Hawaiian pink guava, that's standing at 3, same height as the jabo. It's standing at 3.5 meters. The Keri starfruit, also waiting for heat to start pushing. But as you can see, even though they look dead, it's not dead at all. It's just on standby, waiting for temperatures to hit 30. These guys love 30 degrees, not 20. 20 is too cold for starfruit. We're talking Celsius, right? Not Fahrenheit. A whole bunch of apricots coming for mid-season, mid-summer, January that is. And they don't need 30. They're happy with 20, 25. They're not so fussy. And then we got the small veggie patch here. The zucchinis are finally woken up, because we had a couple of hot days last week. That's all it took, 2 hot days for them to wake up. They don't ask for much. The tomatoes in there have woken up too. What a slow season it's been. But check out all the banana pups. The banana pups are doing a lot better than the tomatoes. Huh? So from this image here, you should be able to see it's easier to grow bananas in Melbourne than tomatoes. Can you see what's going on side by side? There's the proof right there. I keep cutting these pups out all the time. Hundreds of them come, even with the rotten weather we've had. Tomatoes need a lot of heat. They're like mangoes. The silver beet has gone to seed. I have to pull all these out now. They're going to start flowering soon. Okay, the tropicals back here. We're still waiting for the sun to hit this area. The sun normally comes here at noon. It's still like 10 in the morning. So half the area is still in the shade. The Rollinia doesn't know what to do. One week it's warm, the next week it's cold. It still hasn't shot out, guys. Look at this. The unstable weather is keeping the Rollinia from fully waking. The same with the cucumbers that I planted back here. They're finally starting to move, and hoping they'll reach the wire by Christmas. It's crazy weather. Really disappointing summer and spring. But like I said, everything is still alive. Everything still works. It's just not leaping out. It's just holding back. So in other words, we're missing out on a whole season of growth. Back here, the Arkan starfruit, right? That's also woken up here. But again, not enough heat. I have a good feeling this guy is going to be the first starfruit tree to fruit. That's just a feeling I have. I could be wrong. The wax jambu has pushed growth. The black beauty, Brazilian cherry. The kwai mak was pushing growth back in October. Again, went into standby mode, not doing anything. Sapodilla. Again, all of these, they need heat, right? They're all waiting. Everyone's waiting. Another wax jambu. It's doing okay, but he needs more heat as well. Another sapodilla, waiting for heat. The green sapodi doesn't mind the cooler temperatures. He doesn't need 30. He's happy with 20. Big difference with the other tropicals. Some of them need 30, some of them don't. The persimmon is happy with 20. He's doing his thing. Another starfruit tree here. Again, trying to push new growth, but it's just not, the heat's just not there. Lacking heat, guys. We're not in Central Valley where they get 35 to 40 Celsius before summer even begins. Nope. We don't even get that at the end of summer. So big difference with California, Florida, and where we are. Sugarcane, bananas. That one there is 4 meters up. Looking forward to seeing what rack he gives us. Another black sapodi there. This longan here, the chompo, he's doing great. Really good. In ground now for 2 years. A volunteer fig just planted itself there. the cucumbers again. So another mamey sapote, dropped all its old leaves, getting new ones in a pot. I've had him for 2 years. Another new apricot there, a dwarf, right? These look nice, very nice apricots. The bananas back there, ginger, ornamental ginger, what's it called here? Jerusalem artichoke growing here. This one here is the gee, I forgot its name now. Yacon, of course. The yacon. More Jerusalem artichoke there. Back to the other persimmon and yellow jabuticabas. This time we're facing the fuerte avocado and the ice cream bean, which is ready to set flowers any day now. I can see flower buds everywhere. It skipped the season last year. We didn't get any flowers or fruit, so we'll see what it does this year. These are Ducasse banana, this one here. The one back there is ladyfinger. Yep. Lots and lots of action here, guys. Even with a lousy spring and summer. As you can see here on camera, you would think I'm in the true tropics in southern Florida. But I'm just in Melbourne, that's all. And yet I have it all happening. Macadamia there, loquat behind it. There's Kim walking around a tropical garden. Check out all these damson plums. Hundreds and hundreds of them coming in January. And the green gauge, we finally get the green gauge abundance that we've been waiting for years and years. Yeah, they don't seem to mind the cooler weather at all whatsoever. We missed out on the kiwi berry again. That's 3 years in a row where fruit was set. We got fruitlets, right, in spring, but they dropped. So I don't know what the deal is with this kiwi berry. It's just not holding on to the little fruitlets. Strange indeed. So there's the new macadamias being set from all the flowers that came in spring, at the end of spring, right? Yep. We're gonna get a lot of nuts coming next spring. A lot. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Fun. Loquat season just ended. Take off the net. Still haven't picked that banana rack up there. It's taken its jolly time to ripen. Again, it's the lack of heat, guys. Summer, midsummer plums. Got a branch down here. a small rack that I just left out here for fun. These aren't going to be eaten, they're too small. Another one here, which these are sort of decent size, but still on the small side, right? So that's what I do with the little ones that aren't going to go anywhere. So we have the Hass avocado fruit for this season and next season side by side. And there's a lot coming, guys, a lot coming. Right? Can't even count them, there's hundreds. Let's just hope that a lot of them stay on. It's because of all the rain we had. Avocados love rain. Rain. They're very fussy though. Again, another fussy tropical tree. They prefer rain rather than tap water. Yeah, you can't drown them with rain, but you sure can drown them with tap water. Jujube, Chico Jujube, full size, starting to set flowers now. We're about 2 months behind our northern neighbours, New South Wales and Queensland. Very slow lift off, very slow lift off. The fuyu and the worts again. I don't see as many fruit on the worts as I do on the Hass. The worts does a great job of hiding the fruit, unlike the Hass, which clearly displays all its fruitlets. There you go. That's how the worts does it, like that. See that? The worts. Not an avocado that I would recommend. This one has taken the longest to fruit and also the least amount of fruit out of all my avocados. But now, almost 20 years later, yeah, it's paying off. But again, even after so long, the Hass is miles and miles ahead. But this is a very attractive tree. The worts, very attractive. So if you got patience and you can wait 10 to 15 years, yeah, grow worts. Otherwise, go with the Hass guys, 5 to 6 years only. Big difference. A new Tamarillo that I planted here last summer, right, only 12 months ago. It's taken up the whole corner back here behind the bungalow. Look at that. I let it go bushy rather than up like a tree so that it wouldn't collapse in the wind. So it's getting buffered by the fence. But check it out, this is 12 months growth and it's already set fruit within the first year in the ground. Look at that, very easy. Wow, this is like this is exactly how we want the true tropicals to work here in Melbourne, but alas, it's not going to happen. I can't get these kind of results from mangoes and Sapodilla, Canistel in the first year, 10 years, let alone first year. It's taken 1 year only for this subtropical Tamarillo to look at that. Look what's going on in here. Look at all these flowers and all these fruitlets. It's dripping in flowers and fruit. Right? Look, all this in 2022. And these are wild plum, which you can eat at any stage. They don't have to be fully ripe. You can even eat it like this. It's sweet. Wow. Half green and it's sweet as. This is the same Tamarillo when allowed to grow as a tree at just over 3 meters. So you can do Tamarillo bushy or tree-like. The African pride Atemoya has come back again, trying to come back, waiting for heat. These guys need heat, right? Hopefully it sets at least one fruit in this first year that I've had it in the ground. And this is year number 5 for this Bosworth lychee. And it's looking promising, guys. See the flowers? So we have a flower display there, and everywhere else under the B3 lychee. Slow, extremely slow, but getting there. I think this needs another 5 years before it's my height, 2 meters. And in year 10, it'll be a small tree. It's not even a small tree yet after 5 years. So extremely slow lychee in Melbourne, but does work. Extreme patience required, guys. And these are all the pomelos that have sat here on this what is it now, 8-year-old tree. This is the standard flick pomelo tree. Very easy to grow here in Melbourne. Lots of oranges still from spring. It's going nuts. And these are the red Dhaka bananas which have never fruited. I keep them there for some day. They might surprise me. And that's the ice cream bean again. Okay, I think it's time to go to the front, guys. I'm trying to keep the video under 1 hour to do one video instead of 2 videos, you know, back and front yard. So we'll do one long one instead of 2. All right. All right, the front yard. The new jackfruit seedling, happy. He got a new tip growth last week when it was 16 degrees maximum and 8 degrees at night. The first week of summer, that were the temperatures. And still, he pushed that out with only 15 to 16 to 17 Celsius, guys. And look at this huge new leaf. And that one, which came around the time that I planted the tree a couple of weeks ago. So all that is new up there in only 2 weeks of lousy summer weather. Okay? So he's hoping that the jackfruit takes off during January and February, the 2 hottest months of the year. I decided to leave these 2 banana pups in the ground as some kind of protection for the young jackfruit in case we get a 38 to 40 degree day. I don't want it to be barbecued. So this guy's leaves here, see these? And this one, they're gonna be like creating some kind of, because the sun is coming from up there. There's the sun, right? And there's the jackfruit right there. And it's morning, it's 10 a.m. So the morning sun is fine, right? But on a 38-degree day, it's already 30 Celsius at 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning. So I'm gonna leave these 2 banana pups there until at least the end of summer, until March. And then I'll reassess what I'm gonna do in March when any danger of heat wave has gone. And that way the jackfruit can enjoy the sunshine in autumn. The temperatures in autumn never get above 30. And winter sunshine. Okay, next we have the Glen Mango. Check it out, guys. This is my pride and joy, as I say every single year. But the pride and joy didn't just materialize out of nowhere, right? I didn't just plant this guy one day and then a year later you had this. We're not in Queensland. In Queensland, this is what you get after only a year or two when you plant a mango tree. Guess how old this tree is? It's 8 years old. That took 8 years to become amazing in the ground. We're not talking pots, by the way. 8 years because it's been in the ground. I haven't had it in a pot and then put it indoors in winter and then out in summer. It suffered 5 Melbourne winters unprotected in that soil there. Okay, that's why it's taken 8 years. So yeah, I could have done it in 5 years if I had it in a pot. Okay, so what else? A lot of work, guys. If only, it's unimaginable what I've been doing. The Suriname cherry didn't get any fruit this spring. This is a spring tree. That's why, see, now in summer it's got all its new leaves, but the thing is it flowers at the very beginning of spring in August and September. It's too cold in Melbourne for it to carry any fruitlets, so everything just drops. And now in December, yeah, we're ready to rock and roll, but the flowering season is over. It's finished. Can't help you. It's too late. It doesn't give a second attempt to come back again. These are the new mangoes I planted a couple of weeks ago. I was getting really scared for this one here, the King Thai, because it was shown. See these see these three, hang on, these 3 leaves here, they were looking really sad, and I thought, we're in trouble. And then a few days ago this happened. That there happened. Oh, saved me. I thought I just wasted $100. So that little growth there saved the day. So he'll be fine. But it wasn't before that tip came, and all I had to look at was these 3 leaves. I only had that to look at. I was scared. And the same here. We're getting something ready to push out here as well, and in there. Right? So all is well with the King Thai. This is a King Thai as well, but younger, much younger. Still waiting for him to, oh, there you go. He pushed out today. Yesterday there was nothing here. This happened today. Wow. And I noticed something's going on down here too at the graft. I don't like when mangoes do this. At least it's above the rootstock. So I'm going to leave those. I'm not going to remove those. But I don't like growth being that low down. I prefer it up here. Okay, so both King Thais are doing fine. Okay. And this is the Kensington Pride seedling. And he's the oldest out of all the new ones I planted. He's almost as tall as me. So we're waiting for him to push that and push that there. right? And there, it'll come. We're gonna have some nice weather this week. Christmas week is gonna be nice. We're gonna be between 25 and 31. So that's when all the mangoes are gonna go berserk. And finally, this little guy here, the banana mango. Waiting for him also to start moving. Heat, they need heat. Not 15, not 18, not 20. At least 25 to 30 is what a mango needs, guys. Whew. The red Chateau mulberries are just about finished. I'm going to be pulling off the net this week. We mowed the lawn yesterday, so we got the lawn clippings around the papaya. I chopped the papaya a couple of weeks ago too. Persimmon, mandarin, carob, lemon, persimmon, Mexican cream, guava. Everyone's looking really happy. The Mexican cream, as you can see, very happy. Second year in the ground. Very nice. This guy here has surprised me more than anything else. He's got about 30 fruit on him in only the second year in the ground. This is the 20th century persimmon, or shuruga. Wow. It's amazing how he's holding on to so many persimmons. I've never tasted this one, but I don't think it can taste any worse than a fuyu. But it's loaded. Wow. That's my new blood orange, which I put in the ground a year ago. The carob, we're waiting for those pods to ripen, right? They look nice and meaty. And the tree itself is extremely healthy and happy. It's 7 foot, just over 2 meters. I can see it being as tall as that tree up there, the flowering ash, in or maybe 5 or 6 years. It's going to be a very tight space in here, very tight. But thankfully that one's a dwarf, that lemon's a dwarf, and that mandarin's a dwarf. So the two citrus here are dwarf trees. They're going to be under the canopy of the carob. Dr. White, cherry moya, fully awake, a fig, purple guava. Purple guava is absolutely packed with fruitlets, over 200. But they're still at the very early stage. Suriname cherry back there, which I planted, wasn't a good place to put it, but he's come back from his winter funk. A second Suriname cherry, right? But we'll see how he does back there. I got some of these volunteer figs in pots. I don't know where I'm going to be putting these. No room. And they're already drying out in their pots, even though it's not even hot. So we've got the bacon avocado, a French fig there, the Bordeaux. The China pear guava has come back after being dead all spring. You can barely make out new growth at the bottom, at the roots. So he's alive. I lost the other China pear that was in a pot. The one in the ground survived. I've got a pumpkin going on here. That's the Kent pumpkin. I planted the new papayas that I got from Daly's last week. The red papaya. One here and one over there. See how they go. Another Dr. White cherry moya here. The shepherd avocado. Right, a couple of dragon fruit, Peruvian apple, the cactus, ducas, dwarf. The new plums I put in a couple of weeks ago to pollinate the green gauge and Coe's golden. That's the other new plum. No problem with plums. No problem at all, except for pollination issues. The seedling loquat. Still have to pull out this last agapantha. I've been so busy, guys. So busy. Since I sprayed the white sapote last week, it's slowly coming back, right? Slowly. The Indian guava, Hicks Fancy mulberry, the Vernon, white sapote. All the white sapotes look really good now after that second spray. Major success. The black sapote seedling, waiting for this one here. That's the biggest fruit out of them all. That's as big as we're gonna get for 2022, right? Barely enough to lick it. 1 tablespoon of flesh is all we're gonna get from him. The others are pretty small, but a lesson learned for next season. I gotta thin these guys out. I just left too many on here. I left 30 of them on here instead of 10, right? There's at least 30 on here. Not good. Too many, too small, right? The Wampy, ready to set fruit. It's in full flower mode. It's looking absolutely wonderful. The early apricots are coming. They'll be ready on New Year's Day. I'm just hoping that the fruit fly doesn't get them like it did last year. Got them at the end of the season. There's a lot on here, so I have to net this tree like I did the mulberry. Otherwise we get not one apricot. The Vernon again. Dwarf Caracara, blood orange. Second year. I'm gonna have to butcher the white shatut because it's all leaf this year. No fruit. Oh, there's one fruit. Jeez, and it's ripe. Wow, what a treat. Wow, we got 1 fruit from the white shatut this year. 1, and a million a million leaves. Oh man. Oh. The other Kensington Pride seedling that's been in the ground now for 3 years, slowly coming back. Also waiting for some heat. This is the Paxton Prolific custard apple Atemoya, and there's still a couple of fruit left on here. I'm thinking of they're still hard. I'm thinking of bringing them in. There's another one back there, an even bigger one. Bringing them in and putting them on the kitchen counter because they're just not softening, guys. They've turned yellow on the outside, but they're not getting soft. So I don't know what that's all about as we come into the new year. There's a little baby one here. Yeah. So, look at that. Nice and fat. Oops. Damn, it just came off. Ugh. Ooh, that's soft. This one is soft. Okay, I'm gonna save him for a final hurrah. A goodbye to the season video coming up, guys. Stay tuned. Lemon Gold, White Sapote, Namdok May, pomelo, the troublemaker that started all my problems, the Hawaiian Supreme white sapote. Look how quickly he's coming back. Oh, wow. Huh? Look at all this new growth. So these are teasers. They tease. It's like I'm dead. Right, with the soot, black branches, and yet that. So is he dead or alive? Oh, what a trickster. Waiting for the banana Ken here to wake up. He still hasn't woken up. I fully protected him all winter. He had no cold damage whatsoever. But he's not waking up. He's just not waking up. He's really wanting heat badly, big time. We've got a new flower opening here. Look at that big boy, massive. And this banana group there, right? Passion fruit, they're going to be slowly dropping over January, February. The gurumi chama are growing. There's hundreds of them. Too many of them. But again, I have to net. I have to net this tree. Right? Look at them all there. Needs to be netted. They're everywhere, all over. The lemon guava or yellow cherry guava. And I think we covered everything. I think we have. We have. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that 1 hour, does it say? Wow, 1 hour long video. Oh, and this is the Manila mango, the carabao. He's waiting for heat as well. No movement, but the fruit, the flowers here are doing something. There's fruit forming, but there's no growth, and that's the new sweet lilikoi, which is almost touching the other passion fruit. They're almost kissing, right? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this update, early summer update. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And we'll be back soon with another update from Fruitopia. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.